Okay, where we left off there, I was taking a look at why, when the ball collides with the hoop, why that wasn't functioning properly. And as you can see, I do have my script in there. My hoop script is in there. But you can see down here, it says none for level manager, and it's looking for a level manager. As soon as I added that public variable to that script, it's going to look for that. And so it's missing that right now. You can also take a look at, don't ignore the console. Down here, there's a warning message at the bottom. It says here, object reference not set to the instance of an object. And that's what it is. It says in the hoop script too. So if you look back, might as well look back at this script here. Go to the hoop script. And you can see we declared in there that public level manager. And so that gives us access, and actually also by putting public level manager here, what that does is it adds this looking for a manager here. Now we need to link that. We have our level manager right there. And so it's as simple as dragging that across and just dropping our level manager there. Now it's going to function a whole lot better. When that ball hits and collides up here, we are actually going to have, it's going to say we won. So let's see that in action here quickly. Let's just save a scene. And let's just play our scene and see how that plays out. If I can navigate the hand to get the ball in there. Notice it can bounce off all the walls. Of course I'm struggling. Wasting your video time. Anyways, when it does hit there, you won. We go back to play a game, start game. And we'll be back to moving our ball around. And obviously, I noticed that I put that collider on the bottom. I'm making this look a lot harder than it should be. Anyways. It's working, so that's good. Now that's all fine. We have our basic setup together, but we need to have something that kind of triggers us losing the game. So we need one more element added here, and so we're going to add in a bad guy. And so as a good father would do, I put my kids in as the bad guy. So let's just go down and let's find, well, we can do this on our own. Let's just go up and add a new game object UI. We're going to add an image, and then we're just going to go into our sprites, and where are those two? I just kind of took a picture of my kids and put them in kind of a little flying saucer, another 2-minute image making job, obviously not professional designer. So I'm just going to position them over here to start out, and then they can kind of try and block me from getting that basketball in the hoop. So I have my kids there. I'm going to obviously need to rename that. I'm going to rename the bad guys. So let's just do that. Bad guys. And hit enter. They're not that bad, but we'll do it anyways. Bad guys there. So I have that. So obviously I'm going to have to add a few things here. They're going to need to be, need to have a rigid, so they're going to need to have a physics 2D rigid body. They're going to need that. We'll just leave their mass. It'd be one thing, it'd probably be worthwhile to set their mass to a little bit more than the rest. Everything went on here, but let's just, for the heck of it, let's make them just a mass of 2. Double everything else. It's going to make it a little tougher for me. And then they're not kinematic. I'm not moving them, so we can leave that. Gravity scale, we'll leave it 1. We'll get them dropping there a little bit. And then we are also going to add in physics 2D. I'm going to add in a circle collider too. Circle's probably not the best shape box collider, but for the sake of simplicity, let's do the circle collider 2D. And once that's added in down here again, adjust our radius. We can see that radius building up. I'm not scrolled in a whole bunch, but there we are. So let's just expand that a fair bit. I'll get that as high as I can. That's reasonable. I'd say that's a reasonable place. If I run into that space there, I'm dead. So we'll go file, save scene. We have that. So we have a rigid body. Things are set there. It's not kinematic because I'm not moving it. It's ready to collide there. For now, yeah, let's make these kids bounce too. So let's add a physics element as well. So let's go to our physics matter, and inside there again, let's add another asset. Let's go physics 2D material, and we are going to call this bad guys. And I can make sure I'm selected on that, and then let's make the bounciness of them 0.5, so not quite as bouncy, but I want no friction. I don't want it binding to anything. And let's go file, save scene. And the last thing I want to add a script to it. So I've added a bunch of elements to these bad guys. Rigid body, circle collider, and now going down, oh, I better link that. I need to put in that physics matter. Didn't create it for nothing. Put that in there, that bad guys is linked now, and then the last thing, I just need to add a script here. So let's add a script, and we're going to go to new script. We're going to call it bad guys, C#, create and add, and then I'm just going to grab that again. Let's go up to assets, drop our bad guys into our scripts, so all of our stuff's in the right place. Get inside that folder. It's not reacting as quickly as I hoped. Bad guys, open it in MonoDevelop, and let's take a look at it. Now, while that's opening up, let me just go and find the bad guys script here. Again, you notice that we're grabbing a level manager here again. I'm just going to grab this whole section there. Copy. So, I'm going to replace this start with what I had there. Now let's take a look at this script here. So first thing I'm doing, I'm declaring a level manager. So I need to make sure after the fact that I go in and actually set that level manager. Okay, and then on start, what we're going to have is we're going to set the velocity. Now I've just set this to a slightly different velocity, 200 by 200 float. Again, it's a vector 2D rigid body. That refers to the bad guys. It's set here on collision. When it collides with the ball, notice then it goes to this manager, and it will take me to that load level, lose level. And so that's fairly straightforward. It's just similarly function as in level manager. Now when it collides with the hand and other things, it's just going to act on regular physics. So fairly straightforward. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to Unity. And now within Unity, I said I need to link that level manager, right? So let's go to our bad guys there. And if we go down, now it's going to look within that script. It's looking for that level manager again. So just drag that into there. Okay, that's set. Save scene. Okay, and I have these guys kind of almost, that motion I put in their velocity kind of gets them going random. So let's just play and see what we get. Okay, so they're bouncing around. I need to keep the ball away from my kids. They're trying to block me from getting it in there. Now if I get it in there, I win. If I play again. Okay, now let's just let them get the ball. We lost. Play again. Start game. Again. And if I actually build my game, I don't know why sometimes the ball just kind of sits like that. I don't know. Glitch. We got to work that out. But play again. Start game. You can see the ball's got a velocity. Every time I go there, it's good. Now, if I ran the actual build version of this game and I hit quit, it would actually quit the game and exit out of it. That's just make sure that that's in place. So that's basically it. The game is set. Now, the last thing I wanted to show before we run out of time here is I want to add some music to this. So what we're going to do in this scene, we're going to go back to a different scene. So we're actually done with the level scene. We want the music to start on the first scene. So let's go save scene. That one's good. And we're going to go back to the scenes, go to the start menu, and then from our start menu, we're going to actually add a game object, create empty. We're going to call it music player. Not sure if that's what I called it before. We're going to leave it like that, music player, and we're going to add into it add a component, and we're going to go to audio, and we're going to go audio source. And now what this is I should have had this. Now I notice I don't have an audio folder here yet. I need to create one. So I'm going to create a folder. I'm just going to call it audio. Now within that folder, I don't want it to be in that folder. What I want to do again is I want to drag and drop into there. Just get it. Oh, I closed the thing I need. It's this background music. Now where the heck did you get that? Well, I got it from freesound.org. You sign up for a free account, and you can download MP3 files. And so they have different media rights, and you can check out and get one that does have some usable rights. So that's going to load up in there, and I'm going to add that as my source for that audio. And that's going to play right away, but I'm going to show you how to get it so that add some code that is going to make that so that it shuts off after a minute. So, so we were in that main. We had a music player. We had that added in. Now, look, no, it's looking for an audio clip there, right? So, just drag. It does that. Drag this in, just like we've been doing with other things. Now we have that background music set in there. And now, actually, I'm trying to scroll. Oh, what's going on here? This level. Game. Scene. Why is this bothering me? Of course, my mouse doesn't want to scroll right now. It's there. Trust me. Somehow my mouse stopped scrolling. Not sure why that's the case. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Within here, my canvas here, I guess I could click on something. It's going to zoom in. So, my sound should run, save scene. As soon as I hit play, and we start from the start menu, the sound should be running. You can hear it, but it's really quiet. I may want to up the volume on that. But we can hear it anyways. Okay, maybe it's because I'm screen recording. So we can hear that within there. Now there is some code that we're going to add to this. We're going to actually add a script to it. And so we're going to go to the music player. We're going to add a component. We're going to add a new script. And it's just going to clean this up. So we'll just call it music player. And create and add. And I'm going to go down to, actually it's up. I meant to add this at the start. Music player. And I'll walk you through what this does. So we just had on the start and we had a static music player. So let's go to mono develop. Oh, I didn't open that up yet, did I? So let's go back to MIDI. Go into our scripts. Oh, assets. Drop music player script into scripts. Go into scripts. Go in music player. Okay, and then the start, we just want to go Control V. And what this is doing, we're making a static instance of music player, so there's only one. We're setting it to null now. If it's null, so in the first time, if it's not null, it's going to destroy the object. So if it runs again, and then if it is null, okay, it's going to make a new instance. And it's going to claim the instance to this, which is this music player. And then game object don't destroy unload. And so it's going to play throughout the game no matter what level we go on. So that's what that's going to do. Pause and take a look at that. I just have a feeling this video doesn't have a whole bunch of time left. So let's just take a look at the effect here. When I go play, our game really should be working now. The music's playing. It's very, very light. I could adjust the settings, but I think it's just because I'm in screen record. Start game. Uh-oh. What happened there? Now, I'm thinking that my game got changed to free aspect. I don't want that. I want this. So that scene was still set there. Save scene. We want that game scene to stay. Let's try that again.